I just had this realization about Carney. His climate, transformation from climate banking guy to throwing all that climate policy overboard this year, he's just following where the money is. And in the climate strike moment, when climate awareness was surging, there was lots of money to be made in appearing green, and that's where he was. He was in the spot where the money was flowing. And now he's chasing after AI. It includes a lot of energy, fossil fuel and electricity going to support these data centers and the AI bubble. And that's where there's trillions of dollars of wealth sloshing around in the billionaire pool. And so it makes sense that as a banker, he's going to reformat our economic direction to where all the money's being made.
I think a moment that was really telling about what we were in for with Carney was the speed of the capitulation on the digital services tax. That was the moment where, I think all sort of ideas around elbows up just dropped. So, he didn't stand up to them on that. And where I think we have to understand is that what I call the Trump administration and what we're actually seeing with this alliance with tech companies is that it's not just a big tech coup, but it's really specifically an AI coup. That everything Trump has done has been about unleashing the floodgates for this industry. The reason why he got excited about AI was when it was explained to him that AI would be, and this is a quote, an electricity eating monster. Uh-huh. And he understood, his favorite industry is fossil fuels, it's coal, it's gas, it's oil, that at this time when there was starting to be a global shift to renewables, he could extend a lifeline to this industry. Wow. And now Carney is doing it in Canada. I think this is how we have to think about the industry, is that this is a bailout for fossil fuel. And so, I'm excited about the possibilities of your campaign to connect these dots. This is a jobs issue, it's a climate issue, it's a water issue, and it's the highest stakes bubble we've ever seen. So I think part of what we need to do is get ready for when this pops, right? I think this is going to be the year where there's going to be a big market correction. And those of us who remember 2008, these are moments when things can change for the worse, but also for the better. It can be a moment where we ask a lot more of corporations, where we get a lot more.
And I think the fact that we've seen this before and we're heading into another when we see it coming, we know with this amount of money being made on Wall Street in this bubble and Bay Street and this bubble inflating, that when it pops, there's going to be huge pressure from the corporate sector for governments to bail out. And when like we saw in 2008, we don't want to pay for their bailout with a decade of recession and loss of jobs and everything else and government revenue. So we have to be ready to fight on this and ready to flip it, because when they are in crisis, they are weak too, and they need government. And that's a time when we could rewrite the rules and actually start talking about regulating these big tech companies.